When the world is dark, not a single spark from your point of view. They're gonna break your heart, try to pick apart every piece of you. Don't you let them break you. It breaks what really makes you. You let them hear it. Live like a fighter. Your flames are burning higher. Let them hear it. Let them hear it.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, look at my bun. It's like straight up and down. Alright. Well, hi, Purple Warlock. Hi, Dr. Britannia. Welcome on in. Hope you both are doing well. We're gonna try something new here on stream today, guys. So I'm hoping that technology is on my side today and that I can get it to work. So, yeah. I decided that I wanted to try doing something to push conservation more with the travel reviews, but perhaps like not within the travel review, but like also kind of make it fun. So I found an extension on Twitch called, why did Quizzical come into my mind? Is that what it's called? I don't think so. It is called QuizKit, not Quizzical. It is called QuizKit. It's a Twitch extension, so it's built directly into Twitch. And supposedly, according to the directions, all I have to do is push this button over here in my stream manager screen, and then everything should work. So I guess my question is, let's get quizzical. I'm playing Dark Souls while watching, so we'll see how much I can interact. No worries, no worries. I guess my main question is, though, is if I should do travel review and then trivia, or trivia and then travel review. Because, yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do there. Like, what order I want to do it in. Because, like, I'm like, I feel like if I did the review first and trivia later, then that gives a chance for more folks to come on in and participate in trivia. But at the same time, I'm trying to think of if any of the trivia answers are within the review. So if we should do trivia first. But then I'm like, but if I did the review first and then trivia, would it be like a pop quiz? I don't know. Travel and then trivia, you thinks? You thinks? We can do that. Okay, let me change stream info really quick then. To travel. Travel in the outdoors. Okay, everything else can stay the same. That's fine. Okay. So we will start with the travel review. And I guess, I don't remember if anything is directly in the review that's in the quiz trivia. But if there is, then I guess you just get points for paying attention. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And it's not like trivia where you have to type in the answer. It's like multiple choice trivia, too, by the way. Hi, Kelderock. Drink water. I will gladly do so. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. We are about to do... I say we, like I'm more than one person. Why do I do that? I don't know. I am about to do a travel review of Canaima National Park, which is in Venezuela. And we're going to follow... See, there again. And then I'm going to follow that up with what I hope to be a successful trivia game using one of the extensions here on Twitch. Make me eat fruit, Calderock. Oh my god. And now Shadow Shimmer's doing make me eat fruit. Hi, Shadow Shimmer. How are you? Alright, so I have to eat 2 fruit. I have to eat 2 fruit. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just including you guys, you know. Alright, so I have an apple. I have a little tangerine orange. Or 5 sweet cherries? I don't think there was a specific name for them. I think they were just sweet cherries on the packaging. So Calderock, you redeemed it first. Do you want me to eat the apple, the orange, or the cherries?
What racket is this girl listening to now?
No, I don't know. I thought about putting a timer on it, but I'm like, there's only 3 fruits, so it's really not that big of a deal. If it was like you can only redeem it 3 times in a stream. So there's like a quantity limit on it. But yeah, I just need to know what fruit I'm eating. Also, these are definitely bigger than cuties. So you're just gonna redeem the 3rd one. All of them. Okay. I am gonna ask Warlock to bring me a different cherry. Hold on. Because this one looks really questionable. Like, really questionable. It's either I just eat 4 of them. Alright. I'm going worst to best. Cause I hate cherries. It's just the pit, by the way. I'm not like spitting out the whole cherry. I don't think I'm cheating. Oh, thank you. You brought me a new cherry. Thank you so much. Ugh. guys get to listen to me eat. Isn't that wonderful? But I was just sick of the cherry juice getting on my fingers from grabbing the pit. Like, look at that. I could paint with that. I'm like rushing through the cherries. Oh, Little Shadow's absolutely passed out right now. Like on the couch? Or is he in his crib? Just making me eat all the fruit right off the bat, you guys. Oh, the little thing already fell off of it. And I literally grabbed the paper towel for that cherry juice because it's gross. Crib, we can't wait for him to learn how to sleep on the couch. We all took great naps earlier too. Very nice. I'm jealous. I wanted to nap earlier today. I did not. These oranges are like also like stiffer? I don't know how to describe it exactly. I'm trying to get the little stupid hairs off. Oh no, they're called hairs. Oh. Y'all thought this was a travel stream? This is a fruit eating stream. Damn right. Until I'm done doing my point redemptions. And then we'll get right into it. In Venezuela, people eat oranges. Whew. I did an overnight with minimal sleep yesterday, but it's my last overnight during Shadow's days off until our schedules change. Nice! If we got exotic fruits, it could be both fruits from around the world. Yeah. The whole point of this is so I get an acquired taste and can eat the fruit. You know? Not just torture. The torture is just a side effect of it. But yeah, see, oranges? I'm good. Like, I'm barely reacting. Or at least I feel like I'm not. Get some plantains and eat those. I have to ask, were you gonna put bananas? And then remembered? Wonder if I'm allergic to those or not. From what I know, they just look similar, but they're not actually similar. Okay, I'm really grossed out now. Have I been eating something I shouldn't be? Look at this. Am I not supposed to eat this? I'm so confused now, guys. Look, it's like coming off. Was I not supposed to be eating that? Like, I have questions. Oh, there's a seed in this one. Hello, come out. I don't want to eat you. Oh, big seed. I'm wondering if I've been like eating like some kind of interior skin on the orange. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen anybody like peel an orange. Peel an orange slice. Ew, ew, ew. You used to eat plantains in Spanish class? Ew. Mr. Question, like why is there skin coming off the orange peel slice itself? Okay, orange is done, and now we just have the really crunchy apple. This is the last envy apple that we have. And it's probably going to be the last one I buy, because they're just not very flavorful. So you guys get to listen to a really loud crunch. So if you don't like the sound of people eating apples, then you might want to mute right now. Because I went back and watched one of my videos where I ate the apple. I was like, damn, I sound like a fucking horse. But the last person to redeem an apple was One Fire. And he was like, I like the sound of people eating apples. And I was like, okay, then I guess I won't go on mute. I don't know. This literally tastes like sugar water to me. Like, just... And there's so much juice in it. Just knocking all this fruit out. My bunnies are very happy though. They've been getting orange peels every day. I don't give them the apple cores because I can choke on the seeds. And not that I would risk it anyway, but I have no idea how to do the Heimlich maneuver on a bunny. You don't think it'd be possible to do a Heimlich maneuver on a bunny? Too small? I don't know if it's their size. That's the issue. I think it would definitely make it more complicated. But I think it's their bones, like, because they're just fragile creatures. I will say, if you don't care too much about the flavor of the apple, like, if you like boring flavored apples, but like an apple that has a lot of juice in it, then Envy is for you. I took a really big bite that time. But seriously, it's almost like getting a mouthful of water or apple juice or whatever with each bite. Also, just take really big bites because I try to get through it as fast as I can. I'm not a fan of the Envy apples. Like, I like them. I just like Pink Ladies more. I have apple in my tooth. Alright. All done with the fruit. Thank you, everyone, for keeping me healthy. Alright. Let's get into the travel review, shall we? Gotta grab the window. From the window to the wall. Alright. Ooh. I'm gonna burp. 1 second. Excuse me. I'm sure you could hear that as quiet as it was. Drink water. Thank you, Shadow. Appreciate it. Alright, I don't know why I put these title screens on my slideshows, because, like, you're already here, right? Like, you're already at the Impeccable stream. But in case you didn't know where you're at the Impeccable stream. It even says it on the screen below me. But anywho, we're doing a travel review today of Canaima National Park. Where is Canaima? It's in Venezuela. quick trivia. These are not on the quiz later, as far as I remember, but I have the memory of a goldfish, so who fucking knows? Angel Falls is the tallest waterfall in the world. I always thought it was the tallest single drop waterfall, but no, it's just the tallest waterfall in the world and draws the most tourists to Canaima National Park. So there's other waterfalls and other things to see in Canaima National Park. Most people go there for Angel Falls, which is not shocking, I think, because I feel like a lot of national parks have like that one thing that people go to. Like, I remember talking to a national park ranger at Yosemite National Park in California, and they're like, so many people come, they drive in, they look at Yosemite Falls, and they leave. So while going to Angel Falls is not that easy, because the only way to enter the park is by airplane, a lot of people still do the excursion to only go see Angel Falls and then leave. But there is no way to enter the park on land. The only way is to enter it by airplane, which are typically like the little 4-seater airplanes, which you fly to a settlement within Canaima. It's called Canaima Town. All attractions can only be seen via guided tour, since Canaima National Park protects the Amazon forest. Every single excursion you do in that park has to be with a guided tour. So you can't really just go to this park and go hike and stuff. Like, everything is an excursion. Like, you want to go camping on a tepui, you gotta book it. You want to go see Angel Falls, you gotta book it. You want to go see other waterfalls, you gotta book it. You want to just go to the national park in general, you gotta book it. So it's not as accessible as national parks in the United States, but still pretty cool. So I'm going to start the travel review with the hotel that I stayed at in Ciudad Bolivar, and that is Posada Don Carlos. It wasn't really like a hotel. It was, I don't know how to describe it. It felt kind of like a Verbo, but it's actually like an inn. They are still open for bookings, so if you're going to Angel Falls, you can still book a room in Posada Don Carlos before you fly out to the national park. Affordability, guys, it's $20 to $30 a night. I did not know this because I did not pay for any of this when I went in 2012. My brother-in-law paid for all of this. So I had no idea what anything, well, I shouldn't say that. I brought like $1,000 with me on this trip and gave it to him and was like, this is for whatever we end up doing. And then with the black market of currency down there, he was able to turn my $1,000 US dollar cash into a lot of bolivares. But anyway, this place is super duper affordable as of right now, because I looked it up last night. Bookings are $20 to $30 a month, or a night, not a month, sorry, a night. This month they're like $20 a night. I put 20 to 30 because in July there was a couple nights where it went up to 23. So I'm guessing in June they might go up to like 26. I don't know. But still, stupid affordable. Cleanliness, I felt like it was very clean. At least in the bedrooms, which is like what matters, you know? Comfort, the bed was very comfortable. And the entire house, okay, I thought the entire house was really cool. And I'm going to show you pictures. But I gave Posada Don Carlos a 5 out of 5. And if I screw up any of these enunciations, y'all will just have to forgive me, because I don't speak Spanish. I just do the best that I can. But you are welcome to put correct pronunciations in chat, as long as you're not a dick about it, please. Okay, thanks. So here is a picture of the little bathroom in Posada Don Carlos. So, like, on the left is what it looks like when the doors are closed, and on the right is what it looks like when the doors are open. I just thought it was really funny when I was there. So yeah, there's a little sink, there's a little shower in there, because it goes like into the wall, and then the toilet's to the left. But yeah, I just thought it was funny, because it just looks like a closet. And I remember like feeling so self-conscious, because on this trip it was just me and my brother-in-law. It was supposed to be Well, my then brother-in-law. He's not my brother-in-law anymore. I should just call him Orazio. It was just supposed to be me and Orazio. It was originally supposed to be Orazio and his brother Oscar and myself on this trip. My sister could not come with because she was 7 months pregnant at the time. But Oscar ended up breaking his foot the night before we left, so Oscar could not come with. So it was just Orazio and I remember feeling so self-conscious going into this bathroom because you can't really tell in the picture at all, but you could see through the slats like if you tried, and I remember thinking like, oh my god, what if he like looks? Like, why would he? You know, it was just stupid stuff. But anyway. So the way that Posada Don Carlos works is you kind of book like a suite. So a room with like multiple beds. Such a strange entrance into the bathroom. I know. I'm just moving this down because I feel like... Okay, there we go. But you kind of book like a suite with multiple beds in it. So the room that we got had 3 beds in it. And I think that's because, you know, we had originally booked it thinking Oscar was coming with. But yeah, he was not able to. So this bed on the main floor is where Little Shadow is now up. Why, hello, Little Shadow. So this bed right here pictured on the main floor is the one that Horacio slept in. You can see that he came prepared with water bottles sitting on the table to the right there. My backpack is the one on that chair there with the lime green water bottle. Go figure. And then these doors here went to like a patio area outside, by the way. But we did not use them. And then there was 2 beds like up in a loft area. I slept in the one that's like mostly in the picture. But I just thought it was funny that they were like foot to foot on the bed. And I'm throwing this out there. If you're looking at these pictures like, what the hell does she take these pictures on? Nikon D50. Okay, so give me a break on the quality. It was my first Nikon camera. Here's a random cat that was just in the house, in the plaza area. Didn't belong to anybody there. It was just there. And I don't know what's going on with the eye. I don't know. Would that be considered a moo cat? Probably. I don't know. Alright, this is the full square. It was my absolute most favorite room in the entire house and probably still is one of my absolute most favorite rooms of any house to this day. Because it has a freaking tree growing in the middle of it. And if I could do this to my house, I would. Well, maybe. Because, you know, in Colorado we get winters. But anyway, I just thought it was really cool. So it is a patio area. So it's within the walls of the property. So it's not like a like an open yard area. It's literally like a plaza, a courtyard, whatever you want to call it. So like the building surrounds it, and then there's not a roof built around this tree. It's just open there. And then they have the benches and stuff below it. I liked it. I think my mouse might need to be plugged in soon. There we go. Here is the bar within the place. Like, you can tell, like, this building is old. Very cool area with the tree inside. I like it. I think it's cool. I'm glad you think it's cool, too. Want to do it to our house? Don't know where we'd put it, but, yeah. But, yeah. Here's the bar. It's self-serve. And then the kitchen area. So they did cook for us. I just took a picture of the kitchen because I felt like it. But they did cook for us. That night they cooked us dinner, and the next morning they cooked us breakfast before we went off on our way. I like all the macaws above the cabinets. Alright, so then we got on the little 4-seater airplane for our flight out to Canaima. So we flew from Ciudad Bolivar to the Canaima settlement within Canaima National Park. There are like 2 other airports that you can fly to Canaima from. However, if you're gonna book this tour to go to Canaima, whatever tour you're gonna book, the cheapest place to book said tour is from the Ciudad Bolivar airport. If you try to book it from the United States, you can. It's just gonna cost you more. Which, like, you're probably gonna do anyway, because who wants to chance, like, flying down there and then booking it in the airport? I guess I'd be afraid that, like, the bookings are full and I'd be screwed over. Yeah, the cheapest way to book any expedition within Canaima National Park is from the Ciudad Bolivar airport. And that's the airport we flew from. Interestingly enough, when I was reading up on this last night, because it's been 11 years since I was there, so I needed a refresher on some things. Like the name Ciudad Bolivar. Because I'm like, I know I flew out to a town that was really close to the park. And then it was like, well, 3 airports go into the park, so I narrowed it down from there. But on the website, it says, if you cannot prove that you have had a yellow fever vaccine, we will give you one for free at the airport. So either A, I don't remember getting a yellow fever vaccine, like, and I got one and I just don't remember it. Or B, that was not a requirement when I went in 2012. Or C, Horacio somehow convinced them that I had one. Not sure. Alright, so here is Horacio and I in that little 4-seater airplane. So Horacio did not like flying. I haven't talked to the dude in years. Okay, so like I don't know what his status on flying now is. But he did not like flying very much back then, and hated it even more in a little 4-seater airplane. So I ended up like having to like console him in this little ride, and it didn't help that the 2 guys in the front knew, you know, because he wasn't exactly being secretive about his discomfort, but knew that he was scared to fly on this little plane. So they were just kind of messing with him. Like they would like tilt the plane, you know, kind of thing. And when we landed, okay, it was just really funny to me. So when we landed, the pilot like approached the airstrip at an angle. Like we were like flying in like this, and Horacio was like, "Oh my gosh, aren't you going to turn the plane? Aren't you going to turn the plane back?" Like he's like patting the pilot on the shoulders. He's like, "Aren't you going to straighten the plane?" Like he's talking to him like in Spanish. And then they're going like, Becky, why isn't he straightening the train? Or straightening the plane? He's one of the few people on the planet that was allowed to call me Becky. But at the very last second, the pilot straightened out the plane, and it was such a smooth landing. And I just thought it was really funny. I bet you got one. They're pretty serious about public health stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my thought, too. I'm like, it either wasn't a requirement back then, so I didn't get one. Or I got one and I just don't remember getting one. Because I legit don't remember getting one. But again, like I said, it was 11 years ago. So who knows? So here are the pilot and the co-pilot. So when I say it's a really small plane, it's a really small plane. Also, I appreciate these headphones that this guy has on the left, because I'm pretty sure the pair I own are very similar to those that I got from my dad when he used to be in the Air Force. But yeah, they were just having a good time. It was just funny. And then these are just pictures that I took on the flight So this is of the city, or at least part of the city. Here is another part of the city. This picture always surprises me when I look at it. Between this one and a picture that I took in Caracas, this one always surprises me. But this is a neighborhood in the city. Just kind of letting that soak in on you guys. Okay. Alright, and then we start to get away from civilization and into the park. So you start to see the foothills of the mountains. There's still some roads going out there that you can see there. So this, I was very confused on this flight back in 2012 because I was like, why is there so much water? Because I felt like we were like on the coast because there was so much water and I couldn't see land on the other side of the water. So I'm like, are we on the coast? And what else? I was like, no. So it's the Gordy Reservoir. It's just a really, really big reservoir. Like if you look it up on the map, it's a really big reservoir. More of the reservoir. We're starting to like really get away from civilization as we know it and out into the wilderness of the national park. I had to share this one because it's a rainbow. I got a rainbow in a picture from a plane. There's not a double rainbow. You can see though if you look really closely, there's a spot. There's a couple spots in these pictures. And that's because my camera got salt water in it in Aruba. Oh. I tried cleaning it off so many times I could never get those spots to go away. Alright, this is Rio Caroni, one of the rivers that goes through the Amazon forest. And just look at all of those trees. Someone could get lost in there. And then here I started to see the Tepui, which are the flat-topped mountains. So that river is still Rio Caroni. I tried to look up like a map of the Tepui with the names for the Tepui, because I know they all have names by the First Nations peoples. However, I could not find a resource for that, so I only have one labeled in here, and that's because it's labeled on the UNESCO website and the National Park website because it's the biggest Tepui in the park. Camera is salty. It was salty. Legend has it, it's still salty to this day. Hashtag life regret. I threw that camera out a long time ago. And I'm like, why did I do that? Why didn't I just keep it and put it on the shelf? Why did I throw it out? I don't know. I could have had it repaired. I don't know. Anywho, so we flew into the Canaima settlement, aka Canaima town, aka Canaima village, because it, you know, whatever. So rating that, I gave it a 5 out of 5. The friendliness, every single person I came across was friendly. Nobody spoke English except for the tour guides. But I still had 0 issues. It was just a lot of charades and pointing and yeah, but everybody was very nice. It was very cool seeing this village. There was a lot of color in the town. I didn't apparently get a lot of pictures of said color. But a lot of the buildings are painted like really bright colors, and I liked it a lot. Scenery, the village is situated on the waterfront with multiple waterfalls surrounding the settlement, which I will also show pictures of. But I gave the town itself 5 out of 5. So then I am going to, let's see if this just takes us with. It does, yay! I wanted to show things on Google Earth as well. And let me put in, just want to make sure I'm putting in the right one. I always love Google Earth. I like watching it zoom in. Like, but I don't like the spinning it does, so I was quick to stop it. But this is the landing strip in Canaima. And then, let me see. There we go. And then you can see how big, small, whatever word you want to use, the village itself is. And then this is the waterfront that I was referring to. Yeah, just a small landing strip. Alright. Hopefully Google Earth wasn't too laggy there, because that's the first time I've tried to use it on stream. Alright, so here are pictures from the village. Your Xbox is struggling trying to stream Twitch. Oh no! Darn Xbox. But this is just of a dirt road going into the town from the airport. So everybody goes into the town like on these ATVs, or there's a bus. Like an open bus kind of thing. It's got like wooden benches in it, but there's no windows. Like it's just like a trolley, I guess, kind of thing. I don't know what the better word for it would be. So here is a colorful building that I managed to take a picture of, and their water tower, which I thought was kind of funny. I'm sure the water tower is there to provide fresh water for tourists, because the locals, they just drink water from the river. We just can't do that because our stomachs are not used to that water. And it'll make us sick. But this was probably one of my favorite buildings. This is like their meeting hall. They do a lot of different things in this building. I think it's also their school. Like it has multiple functions. But you can see the macaws painted here. So they don't call them macaws there. They call them guacamayas. And then that's a painting of Angel Falls on the right. More of the village. More of the village. I like these white stone walls. I like them. So where all the tourists meet up with their tour guides is in this building, and there's like a plaza area next to the building with this tree in the middle of this square stone thing. And in the tree was this macaw, or guacamaya as they call him. He's kind of the village pet. He just kind of perches in this tree and people feed him. So he has a good life, and he likes to show off for the camera, as you can tell. And here I am feeding him a mango. There was just one on the ground. That must be a mango tree. I don't know. But there was just one on the ground, so I fed him the mango. And when I looked at this picture and put it in this slideshow, whatever, I totally forgot I used to have my hair dyed peekaboo. So the bottom part of my hair is red. I totally forgot that I did that. More of the macaw. I just like him. He was cute. I have a love-hate relationship with macaws. Why? Why do you have a love-hate relationship with macaws? What happened? And then that's so funny. I love that he just hangs out. I know. I love these pictures. I'm trying to remember if they clipped his wings or not. I don't remember. And I don't know how to tell, like, by looking at them. I just know that's where he hangs out. And I know they live to be really old, so I would be curious, like if I were to go back somewhat soon, if he'd still be there. Maybe it'd be a different bird. I don't know. I don't know. So the waterfront that the town is on is called Laguna de Canaima, which basically just means Canaima Lake. It features Salto Yucaima along with other waterfalls, so I only ever saw a sign for Salto Yucaima, which means Yucaima Falls. It's just the name of a waterfall. But I looked it up on Google's, and I found out that each waterfall on this lagoon, I'll show you pictures here in a minute, have their own names. So there is Salto Yucaima, Salto Golondrina, Golondrina, Salto Golondrina, Salto Wadaima, and Salto Hacha. So apparently they all have their own names. With how he is sitting, you wouldn't be able to tell if he's clipped. They're cool birds, but they're bad pets. Yeah, I mean, like, you know about my sister. And her having birds in the past. She has a blue macaw right now. I know they say to never say never, but I'm pretty sure I can say this. I don't think I will never own a bird. My other sister used to have cockatiels, and they were just annoying. Like, I know, put a blanket over the cage and they won't squawk. They squawk! They still squawk with a blanket over the cage. And then the blue macaw that my other sister has right now just straight up screams bloody murder sometimes. And it's very startling when they do that. But Laguna de Canaima is the starting point of the tour out to Angel Falls. So one thing that I should note before sharing other pictures is that Horacio and I were late to our tour. However, they were nice enough to assign another tour guide to us. So this whole first half of the tour, like the entire time between Laguna de Canaima and Angel Falls, to Salto El Sapo, it was just Horacio and I. And then after that, we joined a group to Angel Falls. So keep in mind, the boat that we're on would be more full of people, normally, things like that. So here are pictures of Laguna de Canaima. So this is the wooden boat that we will ride from here to Angel Falls, essentially. There's a little bit of a hike in between there. But in the background are those waterfalls that I listed off a little bit ago. But it's very pretty. Like, prime location for them to be located on this laguna. Alright, so we took the boat from the laguna to Salto El Sapo. That was our first stop on our tour, was Salto El Sapo, which is the Falls of the Toad. Or Toad Falls. So this is a waterfall that you can walk behind in Canaima National Park. The best view truly is from the other side of the waterfall, and I say that because when I went, I was really nervous to go behind the waterfall. Because I couldn't see shit when I was walking behind the waterfall, and I thought for sure that I would just slip and fall and die, and that would be the end of Becca as we know it. And I had my camera, and I didn't want my camera to get wet. However, the tour guide did have a waterproof bag on him, and he put my camera in it, and he made sure that I crossed behind the waterfall safely. Like, literally had, like, my arm, like, was grabbing my forearm and leading me through the back of the waterfall. But here I have you take a canoe. They call it a Coriara. There we go. from the Laguna to Salto El Sapo. And I have on here, you will get wet by walking behind the waterfall, which I just mentioned. So if you're going to book a tour down there, make sure to bring a waterproof resistant case for your camera. If you're going to take it down the other side with you, if you don't take your camera with you, I would think you are silly, because it's really pretty on the other side. You can leave your other items on the trail before you go behind the waterfall. Like anything you don't want to take with you can just stay on the other side. Because they time these tours out so nobody is, you know, walking by at that time. But I'll give that 15 out of 15. Let's go on an adventure. So this is really funny to find on Google Earth, because Google Earth, if you search Salto El Sapo, does not pull it up. It pulls up this nearby camping area, these buildings here, but it doesn't pull up the waterfall itself. So here's the airport in the upper right hand corner. This Rio Carraro area here, that's the Laguna. I don't know why it's not labeled the Laguna on here, but and these are those waterfalls next to the town. So we took a boat over here on the right hand side and through these trees and then up through here to see Salto El Sapo. So then you get off the boat somewhere over here on the right. Look, and even the pixelation on Google Earth is questionable here. And then there's a trail somewhere in here that you can't really see because it's like in the rocks. And you just walk behind it and there's a rock formation under these trees here, and that's what you stand on to look at the waterfall. So yeah, I had to like look for this on Google Maps because if I search Salto El Sapo, nothing comes up. But yeah, and then after Salto El Sapo, we had to walk, just so I'm not going back and forth between tabs, but we had to walk over here to this part of the river, this middle part here. But I'll talk about that actually. I'll save that here for a little bit. So here is the trail that goes behind Salto El Sapo. This is why I thought I was going to be able to die, because there's literally just a rope dividing you and rocks. Here's me feeling the water, being cheesy. Oh! Why, hello, TLDA. Welcome on in. What the heck? No way this is the first time I'm here. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. But welcome on in. How are you? I'm just walking through pictures that I took on a Nikon D50 back in 2012 of Canaima National Park in Venezuela. So, but welcome on in. It's so good to see you. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But this is the trail that goes behind Salto El Sapo, and I'm just feeling the water. And while I'm on this picture, I'm going to point out these shoes. They're like those hiking sandal, whatever shoes. I don't know what you call them. 10 out of 10, don't wear those. If you're going to do this hike up to Angel Falls and through Salto El Sapo and stuff, don't wear them. Get an actual pair of shoes with socks, because they sucked. Like with the water getting in there, I think I counted over 20 blisters on my feet by the time I was done with this whole excursion. You're okay just getting ready to head out to run errands and ship my coin? Yay! I'm so excited. Well, thank you for stopping in. Good luck on errands, and I'm really excited to see my coin when it arrives. I'll definitely share pictures when I get it on your Discord. Oh, actually, I want to try something. I almost forgot. I set this whole thing up where each toe has a place to fill. No, they're just... It's not like those ones with like the individual toes. They're just like, I don't know, like hiking sandals. I don't know, but I want to try something, TLDA. You're going to be my guinea pig on this, okay? So don't judge me too hard. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this.
Crikey, mate. Check
And
out this wild
I
at
can't
TLD
hear
Academy.
stream
Last seen
the way I
streaming
have it set up,
Hogwarts
so
Legacy at.
hopefully that does something. So hopefully you guys heard an Australian voice that read that. If you didn't, let me know. And I'll have to go and adjust it. Hi, Creative Cats. Welcome on in. How are you? You did? Yes. I'm so happy. I worked on that the other day, and I tried to get it so it would just read it with the shoutout command, but I couldn't make it work. So then I just put the talk to speech command within the shoutout command so I could just copy and paste it and like send it on its way. But yeah, if you want to watch another photographer who is a hell of a lot better than me on Twitch, you should go check out TLDA. He's a really, really freaking cool streamer. He has the coolest setup, like pro 10 out of 10. He's a wedding photographer in Hawaii. And he is currently raising money for Maui on his streams. So be sure to check him out. But Creative Cats, hi. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. So, oh, you can kind of see the sandals better in this picture. Like, I don't know how else to describe them except for hiking sandals. I don't know. Thanks for the love. You're welcome. You deserve it. And guys, don't judge my outfit here. I don't know what I was thinking. Just wearing like a white ass sports bra with a black spaghetti tank top. Okay, don't judge me. This was 2012. We don't know what was happening. Yeah, oh, and the thing is too, they weren't my shoes, which was like error number 1. They were my sister's shoes, and we don't have the same size feet. I have a half size bigger shoe size. So A, they were a little snug, and then B, they're just not the right shoes for this trip. At all. You're doing good, Creative Cats? I'm good, thank you. I'm very good. Alright, and then this, so you walk behind this waterfall, and have your equipment in a waterproof case, because then you come out the other side, and this is the view that you have. This is Salto El Sapo in Canaima National Park. I know a lot of photographers, when they take pictures of waterfalls, like to slow the shutter speed down so they have like those nice smooth ribbons of waters, and like mad respect to them. I prefer like this like crisp look on waterfalls where you can like see the droplets. I don't know why. It's just my personal preference, I guess. Ooh, Purdy. Thank you, Creative Cats. It is a beautiful waterfall. This is Salto El Sapo. It was part of the expedition that Orazio, my then brother-in-law, and I did through Canaima National Park. A lot of people skip this and just go straight to Angel Falls. And I would highly recommend not skipping it because I really enjoyed Salto El Sapo. The only thing I didn't like was how dangerous this trail felt behind it, because I could not see, because there's at one point that you're literally walking through the water and I couldn't keep my eyes open, and the tour guide literally had to like grab onto me and like pull me through it because I was chickening out. It's not called Salto El Sapo for no reason, even though that apparently means fall of the toads, but this is a frog, not a toad. This is a yellow banded poison dart frog, which again, as I'm doing research last night, it's like even touching this frog is highly poisonous and it can cause paralysis. And I'm like, oh my god. Like Orazio and I we weren't like playing with the frog, we weren't touching the frog, but we were like really close to the frog, like had our hands like within inches of the frog, and we're like herding it around the rock. So that was stupid. Don't play with yellow-banded poison dart frogs, guys, because apparently they're highly poisonous and can cause paralysis. So don't do it. And then, okay, so something that cracks me up about these pictures is I feel like I have other pictures in my hard drive of Orazio in front of this waterfall too. I feel like it looks fake. Like, I feel like I look like I'm on one of those cruise ships with the backdrops, you know, and I'm standing in front of the backdrop, and it's not the actual waterfall. That's what I feel like this looks like. But you can see how wet you get walking behind the waterfall, because now I'm soaking wet. Like, water's dripping down my face. Don't mind all the bug bites on my face either. That looks great. But yeah, this is me in front of Salto El Sapo 11 years ago. It's hard for me to admit it was that long ago. But look at that little Nikon D50. My first DSLR. And then here's a picture that Orazio took of me sitting on the rock. That green bag there on the rock behind me is the tour guide, so that's what my camera was in. So that's the waterproof bag. I wish I would have written down the brand that it was so I could go buy one, but I never did. I need the arrow to go the other way. There we go. So here's another picture from behind the waterfall. So I wasn't in the really heavy water part. I was a little more ways out. But this is the same spot, just from two different sides of it. And I just really, really, really like, I don't know if it's moss or what, I'm assuming it's moss because of where it's growing. But I love that green on that rock. Alright, and then for this next section I just put all of the other random photos from like the walk that we did through Canaima National Park in this section. Because there was a little bit of a quote-unquote hike between Salto El Sapo and getting back into the canoe to go to Angel Falls. And the reason we had to walk this part is there was like a rough part of the river, which like I wouldn't have cared about, but I guess for the safety of tourists, they have you walk from point A to point B. And then the tour guide takes the boat and drives, I don't know, pilots the boat, I don't know what you call it, through this rough part of the river, and meets you on the other side of this whole, like, landmass. But you walk through this area of buildings, and it's just a bunch of shops. There's, like, beaded bracelets and things like that. And then you just get back in the boat. And and you're in there for 5 to 6 hours in a wooden boat. But I gave it 25 out of 25 points. Alright, so here are views from that walk from Salto El Sapo to the boat at the next point. So here's a Tepui, a flat top mountain. More Tepui. So this is the water above Salto El Sapo that feeds that waterfall. So pretty. Thank you, Creative Cats. Here is a little coral snake that I saw. Again, Orazio was not liking the fact that there was a snake near us. He was quite nervous, and I'm like, it's just a coral snake. Like, it's not gonna do anything. So yeah, just a little not so dangerous danger noodle going on by. So the guy on the left in the picture is Orazio, the guy on the right is the tour guide. We're just making our way to the next boat. Oh, a little male. Hold on, I'll go back. Like a little male. I don't know how to tell the difference, Creative Cats, between a female and a male coral snake. Or any snake, for that matter. Just putting that out there. So, do you care to share how you know that's a little male? Is it like the stripes? What is it? Like the width of the stripes? Stripes, not strikes. Yeah, I'd be curious. And then I will note that down. Like I have notes for stream. The tail is long and skinny. Means male, and stumpy short means female. Is that applicable to all snakes? Long, skinny, tail equals male, stubby. You said stumpy, not stubby. Short tail equals female. Ohio. Ohio on fire. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday. More water and more to point. Do you see a trend here, guys? So these are the buildings. So people do live in these buildings. You can see somebody has their laundry hanging out. You're heading out. All right, have a good one, TLDA. I'll see you next time. Thank you for sending the coin out, and good luck on your errands. But people do live in these buildings, but they also set up shops for tourists as they walk on through. Have a great stream. I'll be lurking. Well, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. This is probably one of my favorite pictures that I took on this little walk. I just like the reflection of everything in the water. It's not crystal clear, so it's not one of those you can flip and, you know, like trick people, but I still like it. Most snakes, but some no, like aquatic snakes, and I think some isolated species are different. Okay. I will put applies to most, but not all in my notes. Alright. So here is the picture of those rough waters I was talking about that they don't want tourists being in the boat for. It's just like a little bit of rapids, I guess. I don't know. I didn't think it looked that scary, but I grew up on the Mississippi River. So I guess I can imagine that if you're not used to being on a boat, that this would be kind of nerve-wracking. I don't know. Alright, so we get back in the boat, and you go up to Angel Falls. So it's a 5 to 6 hour boat ride in a wooden canoe. Okay, so if you are going to book this excursion, I highly, highly recommend bringing a seat cushion. Or a big hoodie that you can sit on while you're in the boat. Also, sunscreen, because Horacio and I forgot sunscreen. And while he was fine, because he has a darker skin tone, I burnt really bad. Like, really, really bad. So yeah, don't forget the sunscreen. Water is deceptive. It can be deceptive. It can be. And it's good to note that normally the boat is quite full, so you don't have a lot of room to like stretch and wiggle, you know, and stuff. And you're not allowed to stand in the boat because you're literally in a giant canoe, and they don't want you falling out. You know. But would I do it again in the same way that I did it before? Yeah, I would. I would do it again because the views were great, and I just really want to go to Angel Falls again. So here's a picture that Horacio took. So we actually somehow lucked out on getting our own benches within this boat. We were up by the nose of the canoe, so we had narrower benches. Maybe that's why, but we each got our own, so that was kind of nice. So I could actually turn and like stretch my legs out if I needed to, things like that. But as you can tell, everybody behind me is sitting in pairs. In the other species, male snakes are usually smaller than females too, but it's hard to tell that way unless they're side by side. Yeah, so they usually have to be sexed by a professional. Does anybody here know how one sexes a snake? Just curious. I'm just really curious. Okay. Anyway, so here are more topoi that we saw from the boat. I just think they look really cool because they slope up like a mountain and they're completely covered in trees up to that point, and then they just go straight up. Like, what the heck? I think they look cool. I tried. So the river that we're on is Rio Carao. I might have said that wrong. But that waterfall in this picture, I don't know what that is. I found it on Google Maps, but it's not named. Like the water that's there. It's not named. Because there's a whole stream, you know, that feeds this little waterfall. But there's no name on Google Maps, so I don't know. But I thought it was cool. So this is the one topoi that I could provide a name for. This is Mount Roraima. It's the biggest topoi in Canaima National Park. And you can see there are several waterfalls coming off of this topoi. Really quickly, I'm just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So that's pretty cool. It's like a little paradise. Creative cats, I love you. You gotta put your pinky in their cloaca and the female insides feel different to the male. You're told. Never done it, though I've seen it done. It looked very uncomfortable. Good to know. So you do get to stop on the way up. They do stop for a break so that you can get up and stretch at some point. I don't remember how long into the boat ride up to Angel Falls. But look how red the water is. And that is from all of the iron in the ground. Apparently makes it all red. But it's really red. Like, really red. Like, looks like V8 or something. I don't know. Like, this is not color enhanced. This is from a raw file on my camera. It was that red. You think you saw that on Dirty Jobs, but with alligators? Well, I guess it'd be kind of similar, right? Because they're reptiles? So I would think it'd be similar. But I don't know. Oh, here's a picture of me next to the boat, next to the river. With my green water bottle. You can't tell I'm sunburnt yet. More topoi. More topoi. I just think they look so cool, guys. Yeah, it's probably the same. I never saw an alligator get sexed, though. Well, add that to your checklist, creative cats. Alright, so then... Did I miss one? Hold on. No. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so Angel Falls. I gave it a 15 out of 15. It's the world's tallest waterfall, guys. So, like, just think of any waterfall that you've seen and how great it was. And then think if it was bigger. Like, it was really, really cool to see. Even better that this was the very first hike I ever did in my entire life. I was not an outdoorsy person before this trip. So the hike from the boat to Angel Falls is about 45 minutes. It's all uphill. So the struggle was real. But it was my very first hike, and for my very first hike to be in the Amazon forest to go see the world's tallest waterfall was really freaking cool. I would totally go to an alligator farm and just watch them do all their stuff. Really, One Fire? Is that something that interests you? Do we need to take a trip to an alligator farm? I'll take pictures of the alligators and you doing dumb shit with the alligators, okay? How about that? I will say, just because I think this is a funny little thing that happened to me on this hike. So at one point my asthma started kicking in. But guess who didn't have a diagnosis for said asthma? So guess who did not have an inhaler yet for said asthma? And I was having a really hard time breathing at some point on the hike to Angel Falls. And the tour guide came and put a wet cotton ball with something on it underneath my nose and had me breathe it in. And then I had all the energy in the world. I have no idea what it was. I have no idea. It's probably sketchy as hell. I don't know. But it gave me a lot of energy and I was able to finish the hike. So, not sure. Not sure. Asthma attacks suck, yeah. Indeed. Indeed. If you do the hike to Angel Falls, there is a lookout point for you to be able to take pictures of the waterfall. If you are lucky and conditions allow it, you can hike out to the base of the waterfall and swim in the water that's at the bottom of the falls. We were not that lucky. So I was able to just take pictures from the lookout point. It was cocaine. I mean, like, I've thought about that, but, like, it was a wet cotton ball, so I don't know. I don't know how that works. Probably smelling salts. You're good. They give it to athletes, so not as sketchy. See? Creative cats. Thank you. Not so sketchy. Good to know that I most likely did not accidentally do a drug. Alright. We're going on an adventure again. Okay, so this cracked me up. I almost left this Google Earth shot of Angel Falls out. Okay, hold on. So there's the river that we were on. And then you can kind of see the water from Angel Falls going to that river. We didn't hike along that. We hiked through this jungle. But what cracks me up is when you look at Angel Falls on Google Earth, I don't know who messed up here, but it's sideways. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that happens. But it's sideways on Google Earth, guys. Like, it really doesn't flow that way. And if you're wondering if I have this all tilted, I don't. Because this is the landscape, right? Like, the horizon line is pretty straight. And the waterfall's just sideways. Who did this? They must be held accountable. God damn it, Google. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody, it says an Airbus at the bottom here. It's probably too small for you guys to see it. I don't know. But somebody on a plane screwed up and somehow twisted this. But that cracks me up that it's sideways. Alright. I'm easily amused. So here's a picture of me on the left hiking through the jungle. My D50 is in that plastic bag wrapped in my white sweatshirt so it wouldn't get wet on the river. So that's what's in the bag. And then there's Horatio and I sitting at the viewpoint in front of Angel Falls. Here's a sweaty ass photo of me standing in front of the Salto. And what did they say? Salto Anhel? Anhel? I don't know. Angel Falls. That's it in Spanish. But yeah, there's me all red-faced and sweaty from the hike. And then here is a photo of Angel Falls. So this is a picture from the boat. So this was before the hike. I probably should have put it before that picture, but whatever. So this is a picture of the waterfall from the boat. So you can already see it from the river before you do the long ass hike. I'm super zoomed in, but yeah, you can still see it. So here's me standing in front of Angel Falls. The picture on the right, so Horacio thought it would be funny to try to get it to look like we were drinking the water. I don't think it looks like that at all. But hey, it's fine. Here's another picture of Angel Falls. So we were out there in July. Yes, July of 2012. If you go there, I believe in May or early June, obviously the park is busier during those times, but the water is more full during that time. Like from what I understood from the tour guide, so see how the rock is like concave? Like that whole thing is filled with water when the waterfall is really full. Also, that light is really bright. I'm like, hold on. I'm just gonna do that. I just pulled the curtain over a little. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Okay. Whew. Alright. And then more pictures of Angel Falls. The one on the left is one of my favorite pictures of Angel Falls, but I also really like this little waterfall in the front here, which is just the water running off from the falls down to the river below. Alright, this is the only part of the trip that I docked points on. Otherwise, I would have had a perfect score. But the campsite, I gave it a 2 out of 5. And here's why. The hammocks were super scratchy. Okay, keep in mind I was sunburnt as all hell and had over 20 blisters on my feet. Okay, so nothing would have exactly felt really smooth to me. But they did feel a little rough on my hands too. So I would recommend wearing long sleeves and long leggings or pants. So when I put on my sweatshirt to sleep in, that did help quite a bit. It was my feet and my legs that hurt because I only had the shorts. Yeah, so it was not pleasant to sleep in. But otherwise, the hammock was very comfortable. Honestly, one thing that I really want to buy once I start doing the exterior of my house is a hammock to nap in outside because they're so comfy. Like a true hammock that you like, that's not flat, you know, you actually get curled up in it. So comfortable. The food provided was delicious. Like there was a full kitchen at this campsite. And we had baked chicken with potatoes and vegetables, so that was good. However, I did not pee the entire time I was out in the jungle, because the bathrooms were covered in spiders. There was like 3 stalls, all next to each other, and they were covered in spiders. Like, I remember opening the door, and there was already spiders on the outside of the door, but not like that many on the outside. Okay. But then I opened the door, and it was just, like, the walls were moving. There was so many spiders. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. But there were so many spiders. And I even saw, like, a big spider attack a little spider. And I just started crying. Like, I literally just started crying. And I just remember sitting down for dinner, and I'm just crying. And her also being like, "What's the matter, Becky? What's the matter?" And I was like, "There's so many spiders, I can't use the bathroom." And he's like, "I will kill them all." And I'm like, "There's too many." Yeah. So I held it until the next day when we went back into Canaima village because that building next to that macaw had indoor plumbing. And I held it that whole time and my bladder really hurt by the time we made it back. But yeah. So if I were to do this again, there'd be a part that I don't look forward to because I don't know still to this day if I could bring myself to use one of those bathroom stalls. Because they were so gross. One Fire, don't you have a hammock? I don't know. Well, he has a hammock, but I don't know if it's the kind that I'm talking about. I don't know. Just need some trees to hang it from. I know. I know that's a problem. Or posts. This is why we invented flamethrowers, right? But I don't think they'd allow me to bring that on a plane. You know. Well, whatever. But I just remember. Okay, so the next morning, I'm telling Horatio about how I really need to pee, and I'm like, thank goodness the boat ride back is like 3 hours, because it's faster, because you're going downstream instead of upstream. And we're standing in the river, like, quote unquote, kind of bathing ourselves. Like, I'm washing my arms off and stuff, like, in the water. But the tour guide was full on bathing himself, was like in his little undies, lathering up his body and his hair, like full on bathing himself in the river. Which I thought to myself, like, why are you contaminating the river? But I don't know. And the tour guide is like, well, just pee in the river. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not peeing in the river. Because, okay, this is going to sound really silly, but I used to watch that 500 Ways to Die or whatever. Maybe it was 1,000 Ways to Die. I think it was 1,000 Ways to Die. And there was an episode where a guy died because he peed in the Amazon forest in one of the rivers, and there's like a fish that's attracted to urine or something, and it made its way up his penis and like latched on, and he died. Like, so that's all I could think of, and I'm like, I'm not peeing in this damn river. Like, I'm not doing it. So I just held it until I made it back to camp. But yeah, so that's your TMI story of the day for me. One Fire, you have a couple hammocks, one 3-point hammock and one 2-point hammock, which is probably more likely the one she's talking about. Yeah. Like only two on each, like one on each end. Purple Warlock, I'm pretty sure you would burn the whole bathroom down. I mean, it's made out of like concrete, so that'd be a little hard to do, but yeah, basically. You've seen that episode? Oh my god, thank you, Windfire. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's seen it. That sounds horrifying. Yeah. I mean, he tried to rip it out himself, and that's why he died in the episode, I think. But yeah, so that's fun. So here's a picture of all of the hammocks in the campsite. I kept all of my things in the hammock with me, not because I was paranoid by any means, but because there's tarantulas. And I did not want to deal with a tarantula in my shoe or something the next morning, and I knew that if a tarantula touched my camera, I would have a really hard time ever touching my own camera again. So I kept everything in the hammock with me because I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with it. Yeah, it's got barbs, so if you're trying to pull it out, it would cause... Thank you, On Fire! Oh my god, I'm so glad you've seen it too, so, like, you can validate this. Okay, never mind. Guess the concrete could survive, but nothing else within the concrete would, right? And here are the overall ratings, guys. So, Posada Don Carlos, the first hotel that I stayed in, got a 5 out of 5. Flight out to Canaima, 5 out of 5. The Canaima settlement, or Canaima village, or Canaima town, whatever you want to call it, 5 out of 5. Laguna de Canaima, 10 out of 10. Salto El Sapo, 15 out of 15. Canaima National Park, 25 out of 25. Boat ride to Angel Falls, 10 out of 10. Angel Falls, 15 out of 15. And the only area to get docked points is the campsite, 2 out of 5, which gave it a 92 out of 95. But there was one picture. Let me go back to this screen. I'm like all red. I'm really warm. Guys, I'm really warm. There was one picture that I thought I put in here that I didn't see in here. Because I think it looks cool. Hold on, I gotta find it. I'm just gonna throw it in this presentation so I can show it off. And so that it's in there when I post it to the Discord. I swear I put it in here. Yeah, it's right there. It just didn't. Okay. Hold on. Oops. Copy that. Paste it there. Go to that slide. Click, 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 click. Okay. This is the picture I thought I put in there, but wasn't in there. I just found this very peculiar when I was out there. These 4 pillars. I can't find anything on it when I Google anything like, 4 pillars on top of Tepuy and Canaima. 4 pillars to put, Canaima. Nothing comes up. But it just looks like one should go stand up there in the middle of the pillars. Ooh, might be runes. I know, right? Like something. But I can't find anything about it online. I mean, really, it's hard to Google anything about Canaima National Park besides Angel Falls. Like, it's really hard to Google anything about it. But I just think it looks really cool and mysterious. Like, almost... like, not really a Stonehenge, but like, it's a circle of stone pillars. Aliens. You're gonna try and Google it? Okay, let me know if you find anything, please. Because I want to know. Alright. That was the travel review. Thank you all for sitting with me and looking through that. I hope you liked the pictures. I'm just gonna go post it in my Discord really quick so I don't forget to do it.
Old girl got mad and she switched up, so went ahead got me a new one. Down bad, so I had to move up. Old one like everything doing CA plates in different states. Okay, she like
resources. Womp. Okay. Did that. So I have a little bit of a trivia game that I would like to try and see if we can accomplish. There's only 15 or 20 questions, I think, so there's not a lot. But I just want to see if I can get this to work. So it says on here that it's supposed to show up in this window. But we're gonna see. Because I don't know. So it says it's sending rules to you guys. I think you have to go... I think you have to go in my About Me section and approve permissions for it. I think. Although I'm on my About Me and I don't see that. So maybe you have to do it on the screen. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Because the directions were like, you just click on this button and then you go. And I'm like, I have a feeling it's not gonna be that simple. Well, let's see. Let me go. Over here. That was weird. Okay. Drink water. Thank you, Prime. Hi, Prime. How are you, Prime? And if I can get this figured out. Because you guys should each individually be able to play it. Shouldn't be like a group thing. Choose a quiz, press start quiz. I did that. Wait for your viewers to select their answer, reveal the correct answer, show the scores. Alright, well we're just gonna try it and see what happens. Hi Prime. You think they might be natural rock formations? I know, but I want them to be something cooler, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll just go to the first question and we'll see if this is as interactive as I'm hoping that it will be. Okay. Oh, it says, okay, sorry. To view player names, you guys have to click the Manage Access by clicking the Quiz Kit icon. So there should be a Quiz Kit icon on the stream screen itself, like the video. Like one should pop up. And then you have to manage access, and I think then you can put the name in there or something. I'm not sure what it looks like after that. Yeah. So if you guys, if you're playing, if you can confirm when you've done that. I don't think you have to do it each time. I think it's just like an extension permission thing. You looked up Roraima rock formations? There's something that says grant permission, so I did that? Okay. So that's probably what everybody has to do. And it linked your ID then? Cool. Was it pretty easy? And by the way, the title comes how do you eat a whole elephant? So we used to have a GM at JCPenney that would say this, and I hated this saying. I know it's a common saying too, but I had not heard it before her. Apparently you eat it one bite at a time. But I hate that saying, because I'm like, who is eating elephants? They're endangered. So like, I decided to make the name of my quiz show, how do you eat a whole elephant? You don't. They are endangered. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I think at any time, if you want to have your name pop up on the quiz, you just click on the quiz kit icon on the video screen itself and then give it permission. Yeah, because I haven't started the game yet, but I'm going to start it now. And I'm also going to change my info. I need to do that too. Quiz kit. Quiz kit. Done. Go back to my other window. Okay, so hopefully... Okay, so they are timed. So question number 1 was... Sorry, getting used to being a trivia host here. Question number 1 was... Paradise Falls from the movie Up is based on what real-world waterfall? Hi, Toasty. Thank you for the lurk. And if you've been paying attention to stream and hanging out, the correct answer is Angel Falls of Venezuela. Okay, a note to self, it does not take up the whole screen like it said it was going to. So I'm gonna look up quiz format. Thank you all for being my guinea pig on the first trivia night here. Alright, next question. One of these things just doesn't belong here. Which one? So those are 4 words, and one of those words does not belong in that grouping of words. I would say them, but I don't know how to pronounce all of them. I could try, I guess. Tafaland, Tapoi, Mesa, and Fia. How was that? Y'all got it wrong. Fial is the correct answer. So, Tafaland is a German word that literally means tableland. So it's a tabletop mountain. Tapoi is a flat top mountain. Mesa is a flat top. And Fiel is a Norwegian word for mountain. Right, next question. Oh, you lose points? Oh, I did not know that. Question 3. How many countries is the Amazon forest in? Is it in 4 countries, 7 countries, 8 countries, or 11 countries? Remember, it's the biggest forest in the world, the Amazon forest is. Eight. That is, one person got that right. And those countries are Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname. Or Suriname? Not sure. Oh, you're in my Discord now, cats? Yay. Happy to have you. Alright, next question. Tropical rainforests are often referred to as the brains of the earth, the oxygen tank of the earth, the foundation of the earth, or the lungs of the earth. I tried to vary difficulties of questions, so hopefully I did a good job. It's really hard making your own trivia, guys, by the way. It's difficult. I was not meant to be a teacher, methinks. I think I knew that tinfoil mountain one, but I had my hands with tinfoil mountain. I like it. Lungs of the earth is correct. They are the lungs of the earth. One of my favorite art pieces is where somebody took the Amazon forest and edited them to look like lungs. I like that. Alright, next question. What is the 3rd largest rainforest in the world? I couldn't make this too easy and do the biggest, you know. So it's the 3rd largest rainforest in the world: the Atlantic, the Indo-Burma, the Congo, or the New Guinea? What? What's the 3rd largest rainforest in the world? Sorry, I'm reading my computer over here, so if I'm like not looking at you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better about looking at the camera too. I don't know how I'm doing. Yeah, apparently there's a timer. I did not know this. So that's new to me too, on fire. Alright, the answer is the New Guinea rainforest. So the Amazon's the biggest, obviously. Congo is the second biggest, and then New Guinea is the third. Next, a question. Where did the name Amazon come from? Did it come from U.S. First Nations mythology, Greek mythology, Norse mythology, or Roman mythology? Blink, 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 blink. Oh no, you're so far in the negative. I'll have to look up settings because I don't want you to lose points. Hold on. Lose points equals no. Because I don't want you guys to lose points. So the name Amazon comes from Greek mythology, guys. The Amazons, the Amazonian women, are inspired by Greek mythology. Oh my goodness. You just lost all your points. Oh no. Alright, next question. How much of the world's oxygen is produced by the Amazon rainforest? Y'all are making me think I made this too hard. I'm so sorry. 8%, 40%, 20%, or 35%? In your defense, Roman and Greek mythology are almost the same. I did not know there was a point system. I did not know either, Creative Cats, until we started. Well, like, I knew there was a point system, like, you earn points towards the end to win. I didn't know you could lose points. So I am so sorry. But 20%, guys. Oh, no. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Next question. How many... I did make this hard. I am so sorry. How many national parks are there on Earth? 6,555, 4,320, 7,112, or 2,056? Negative 6,026. Oh no. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh. I feel awful. Negative 22,000. How many points is each question? Damn. Oh. Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into this more afterwards. Okay, I'm scared. Oh my gosh, somebody got it. 6,555. Warlock. He just passed negative 100,000. Ouch. Creative Cats, you got it. Yay. Alright. Whew. Each has a max of 20,000. Ouch. Oh man. Question number 9. Canaima National Park is located in what country, guys? Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, or Peru? And then over there I have my positive news of the day. Stream Elements just brought it up in chat. A new species of snake, you might have heard about this already, but a new species of snake was discovered in the Andes Mountains at Otishti National Park in Peru. This copper snake with amber eyes is harmless to humans, but has a diet consisting of lizards and frogs. The species has been named, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, Tachymonoidus harrisonfordi. That's right, it's named after Harrison Ford, the chairman of Conservation International. I thought that was cool. If I dig, or negative that amount. If I dig a hole deep enough for myself, will I pop out the other side of the earth? Maybe. It'll take a hell of a lot of energy going through the core, though. Ooh, the bronze back snake. Yeah. Alright, guys. Venezuela. Venezuela. Canaima National Park is in Venezuela. Colombia's right next to Venezuela. I mean, so is Brazil. It's underneath it. I couldn't fucking tell you where Peru is. I know it's in South America. I'll do it with my negative points. What does Canaima mean according to the local Pamon people? The devil lives here. Many trees, water to heavens, and spirit of evil are the options. Which one is correct? Y'all are never gonna want to come to trivia again. I made this so hard. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh man. I am so sorry, guys. Oh. Spirit of Evil is the answer. The canyon that Angel Falls is in. Actually, I shouldn't tell you that. I don't remember if it's a question. But yeah, Canaima means Spirit of Evil. So that's fun. I picture someone going, yo, that's a fuck ton of trees. Like the first, like, people to come upon the Amazon forest. Yo, bro, that's a fuck ton of trees, bro. Look at all them. Alright, next question. Hopefully my laptop doesn't die between now and then. How do most people get to Angel Falls in Canaima? We talked about this one. By ferry, by canoe, by helicopter, or by four-wheelers? Why is there no cannon option? Well, you know, there's only 4 options, you know. If there was 5, I would have put cannon, you know. Canoe! Yay! Positive points, everybody! I want a blimp option, like an up. Alright, next question. What waterfall can you walk behind in Canaima National Park? I also talked about this one too. Salto Cama, Salto El Sapo, Salto Anjo, or Salto Apanguao? Apanguao? Apanguao. It always says like the only thing I don't like about this quiz app so far, besides you guys earning negative points, is like it has a really long loading time between things. Salto al Sapo is the waterfall you can walk behind. Alright, next question. What gave Angel Falls its name? Its height towards the heavens, James Angel, an adventurer, the water spray looks like angel wings, or it's a direct translation from the Pamon people. Whoop, whoop, 2 in a row, whoop, whoop. Which one of these gave Angel Falls its name? No one got it right. James Angel, an adventurer, gave it its name. So he actually was looking for gold and crashed his plane on a tapoi next to Angel Falls, and that's how he quote unquote discovered it, because you know the indigenous people knew about it. So that's how it got its name, Angel Falls. His wrecked plane can actually be seen at that little airport in Canaima. I don't know, One Fire, that's an excellent question. I think he was like looking for an area to find gold. I don't know. Literally all the answers, but the correct one. I know, I thought that was funny. So what I'm finding out is I'm really good at like coming up with fake answers. So what do the Pomone people call Angel Falls? Now that you know it's not a direct translation. Salto Anjo, Karapekupai Maru, Sharoon, or Ayan Tupoi? Which one? Which one? The correct answer is Karapekupai Maru. Congratulations to the person who got that right. Yay! And that means waterfall of the deepest place. Oh, it does not let you change your answer either. Ooh, that's rude. Right before you said now you know that it's not a direct translation. Oh, shit. Oh, good to know. Hold on, I'm writing that down. Does not let you change answers. I don't think I can change any of these settings, but I'm thinking like maybe if I make like a rule list or something. Alright, next question. Okay, so this is the last question, y'all. Besides Up, Angel Falls made an appearance in one other animated film. Which one? The Good Dinosaur, Land Before Time, Ice Age 3, or Dinosaur? I feel like I'm really mean. I haven't seen any of these, but you haven't seen Land Before Time? Dinosaur is the correct answer. Oh, Land Before Time is the only one you've seen it. Got it. I have never... Okay, never mind. I did see Dinosaur, but I've never seen The Good Dinosaur. Otherwise, I've seen the rest of those. Creative Cats! You are in the positive! Yay! So you won with 4,220 points. One Fire, I'm assuming you're contestant number 7. I am so sorry, but you, you had negative 71,089 points. And Purple Warlock, you had negative 116,396 points. I am so sorry. One Fire, because you have to give permission to the app to link your name to it. So on the screen itself, like the stream screen, like the video screen, there should be like a little pop-up thing for Quiz Kit, and you just have to approve it, and then it should link it up. I thought it was negative. Congratulations, Creative Cats. Oh, those are funny though. Like, oh man. Well, this is interesting, but then it says question score. One Fire got negative 4,146, Creative Cats negative 12,095, and Purple Warlock negative 14,854. So I wonder what that means. I have no idea. Well, thank you guys for being my guinea pig with that. I have some notes for next time. But I hope you thought it was a little bit fun, maybe. Just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny little bit. I don't know why it chose 7. I don't know. I have no idea. It is a mystery. But yeah, thank you guys for playing. I appreciate it. I have some notes for next time. I think I have to make a little rule message that will pop up when we play this game. Like, you be careful what answer you pick. You can't change your answer. There's also 2 other formats that we can try, but like one was like a battle royale option where it's like 2 people against each other, and I forget what the other one was, so I'll have to look. Was probably for the last question because I think that sounds like what I got on the last question. Oh, okay, gotcha. Also, remember to log on to stream before to watch the entire thing. That would help. I mean, I only talked about a few of those things before, not all of the things. But yeah, it would help a little. Yeah, I hope you guys liked it a little bit because I think it'd be fun to continue like a trivia thing. I think it'd be fun. So I hope you guys feel the same way. Those were the questions I got right. Could have been worse. You liked it a lot? Okay, cool. Alright. I'll look into... There's a lot of extensions on Twitch, so I'll look into other like trivia quiz extensions and see if one's better. The negative points is funny, but like... You shouldn't lose points for getting it wrong. You should only gain for getting it right. But... Yes, I am gonna wrap it up here. I do want to show you guys though, I got something in the mail that I'm really excited about. I got a check, guys, from Twitch. It's my first check. It's my first payout. I'm very excited. So thank you guys so much for your support. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, this is really cool to see. Like, this is not what I am here for. I am just here to talk and hang out with you guys and hopefully, you know, get some interest in the world around us through photography. Oh my gosh, on fire. Thank you for the bits. Frame it. I should frame it. I should frame it because I'll just digitally deposit it and then I'll still have it. So I could totally frame it. But no, I really appreciate it a lot. Like, this is really cool. I was like, wow, this little thing that I'm just trying to do created this. And it's all thanks to you guys. I really appreciate it. Creative Cats, you're stuck in a 4-minute ad. Oh no, did you... Okay, yeah, you saw the results. I keep forgetting about that and it makes me laugh. Oh, of Warlock doing his little jingle dance. It takes a while on fire. It's just a little thing. But Creative Cats, I was showing off. I got my first payout from Twitch and I'm really excited about that. And it's all thanks to you guys. So I really appreciate it. So I wanted to share that with you. I thought that was really cool, really neat. Yeah, like I just really appreciate you all. I will be streaming more this week. I will be streaming on Thursday. I'm going to be doing a photography stream at 4:30 p.m. to however long it goes. And then Saturday I will be doing... I'm going to try to order some pictures for scrapbooking. So if I get those pictures in time, I'll be doing a scrapbooking and coffee stream. If not, we will continue a color and coffee stream. The last picture we did, I did just decide to finish because all that was left was the background. So I did finish the last picture. And then this was the first picture that we did. Oh, congrats! Thank you, Creative Cats. Thank you so much. So stay tuned. Could be scrapbooking, could be coloring. I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna have coffee for sure. I am thinking about changing my stream schedule. I don't think it will happen next week. Maybe in 2 weeks. But I'm thinking about changing it to Monday and Tuesday and Saturday. So leaving the end of my week free and just doing stream Monday, Tuesday, and then Saturday for the coffee and craft stream.
and where inspiration
So yeah,
strikes.
that's what I'm thinking about doing. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there, guys. And look, just in time, Goonie B came online, so per tradition, we are gonna raid over there. Oh, Eileen, Huggies! Hi, nice to see you. Welcome on in. Thank you for the stream. Well, thank you, Eileen. Thank you so much for being here. I am gonna raid out to Goonie B per tradition. So we're gonna go over there. He is playing Spiritfarer tonight. I think it's his third night streaming Spiritfarer. He just passed or is in an emotional part of the game, so if you want to come possibly see Goonie B cry, come on with. Or support him through it, you know. Tomorrow he'll be streaming Tears of the Kingdom. And then Thursday he's back to Spiritfarer, so like if you're really into Spiritfarer, he is streaming it more than once this week. Just so you know. Oh, you've been lurking? Thank you, Eileen, for the lurk. I appreciate it. But yeah, I hope to see you at my next stream Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. I do try to keep an updated schedule in my Discord, so if you want to join my Discord, please do so. I try to keep everybody updated there. Otherwise, thank you all so much for being here today and hanging out with me, and I will see you next time that you're here. Alright, thank you all. Bye! Also, Warlock, I am so sorry you also cheered 100 bits. Thank you so much. Okay, bye guys. I appreciate you.